Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Poetry of Justice show with Jackie Ray Phillips and Lori G, the benefactor here, guys, at the amazing network studios with the amazing Kenyon. How are you doing today, Sissy?
I'm doing good today.
Ooh, we've got a treat in store for
We
you.
do.
Go ahead and take over the reins, girlie.
Well, today is going to be just my favorite thing. It's all about legacy. But this time, legacy is going to be twofold. It's not just personal legacy, but it's also legacy for the community. And so I'm very, very excited to introduce Miss Chandra McCleary, who is with us today.
Yes.
And she is the founder, owner, and operator of Toddler Town, our child enrichment center in our city, City of Compton. Welcome, Chandra.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you guys for having me on the show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
Beautiful. Bold. Sassy.
Me?
You.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
But that entrepreneur, right off the bat, when did you become, how did you know you were going to be one? Has it been something instilled in you since a little girl?
Wow. Now, I appreciate that question. Like many of us, I come from working parents. My parents worked a job. My dad worked for LAUSD for 30 years.
Oh, wow.
And so, no, he did not push me to be an entrepreneur. You know, at that time, it was get a good job, which was post office, school district, a city job, get a good job and stay with that job long enough to get Social Security, retirement, 401k, whatever it was offering. Make sure you stay on that job long enough to do that. So I started off working several jobs, but I was always ambitious. So when the job capped, all right, next.
Right.
When that job capped, all right, next. And I remember my parents being so proud of me because I worked in insurance. I was doing underwriting. So I was doing underwriting for automobile insurance. I was doing homeowner insurance. And, when you work good, they give you a lot to do.
That's
You know, the better you are at your job, the more responsibilities you have.
That's
And so after the cases started piling up, I was like, I don't know if this is for me. I don't know if I need to do this. So I got into sales.
Okay.
And I could be competitive there. And I didn't have as much of a ceiling there. But my parents had a fit. They were like, you leaving that good job?
I know.
That's a good job, because they had bragged to all their friends about the job and how well I was doing. And so, no, they weren't pushing me to be an entrepreneur. But the .com era happened during my time. And so that's kind of relative to today's time, where we have AI explosion going on right now, right? And so if we're not on board with that, we got to get on board with that for sure. But at that time, it was the .com era. So I started working at a .com, and I was doing sales. And when I said I was doing sales, like every competition that was posted for the day, I was on it. Bonuses here, bonuses there, bonuses there. So that's really how I got into it. My mom worked a regular job, but she was also venturous. I remember she did Mary Kay. My mom did Mary Kay, and she would wear the products and stuff like that, and I would be like, oh, she looks so beautiful. Like, oh, she's so pretty. And so, the stuff that didn't get sold, I was dibbling and dabbling in the things that didn't get sold. I was experimenting. But I remember her doing Mary Kay. I remember her venturing off into real estate. I want to say it was ERA or some company like that back then. But I remember her taking photos for her business cards and passing her business cards out and stuff like that. So she did try. She was probably my first exposure to entrepreneurship. Yeah, so she made some attempts there, but I'm the first one. And I've been an entrepreneur for 23 years.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness
wow.
gracious.
Congratulations.
Yes,
23
that
years.
is so beautiful.
Yes.
So did that first venture start out with what you explained to us, or was there another when you were just, this is me, my incorporation, my LLC, my me?
Ooh, and 23 years ago, I don't know if I knew about the LLCs.
Okay.
I think I learned it a little late.
Oh.
Um, let's see. While I was doing sales, I took mediation courses because I was going to be a mediator. And I took those courses and I studied it, and everyone would come to me for advice all the time at work. You know, that one person who's everybody stops at their desk. I was that person. Like, I couldn't get
Yes.
much done
Right.
because
I know.
everybody in the office stopped at my desk, you know, for some counseling, for some advice, for
Just-
a smart comment, because it's probably
Yeah.
what I was going to give them during that time, right? So I got into mediation because I just really felt like I understood people and I was going to be this big help. Well, I did the courses, I passed the class, I got the certificate, and then the instructor said, "You know, you're not good at this."
Oh, no way.
Yeah, way. You know, you're not good at this. And I was like, "Why?" He was like, "You got too much to say. Mediation is to listen." Mediation is to listen. He was like, "So one, you don't school your face. Your face tells everything. And you cannot be biased in mediation. You have to be even. You're there to facilitate so that each of the parties can come to an agreement, and you help them through the 1 through 7 so that they can, you know, meet the agreement that they need to make. You have too much to say. Your face is loud."
Oh, wow.
And I was like, well, maybe I need to be a therapist then. Like, you know, maybe therapy then. I don't know. So I did that. I've had mediation license. I did go into real estate like my mom, and she planted that seed. And when I say she planted that seed, every Sunday after church, we were at open houses. And I mean, we may have looked at every home in Bixby Knolls, okay? If it came on the market, we were there.
Gotcha.
And I always loved that, you know. I know that was time for her to look at homes because it was a passion of hers. But it was also a bonding time.
Oh, yeah.
And it was also exposure time, you know, the things that we do that we don't know
You're doing.
that we're doing, right?
Oh,
So it was also exposure time. And so what did I do when I had children? On Sundays after church, we would go to the open homes. So I might have looked at everything in Lamert Park, okay, and everything in Ladera and Baldwin Hills because I was over in this area. So I had a love for homes and things like that. So I did get my realtor's license. I did dibble and dabble. However, in 2003, back it up, in 2002, my husband at the time met someone while he was out, and she was gung-ho that she just opened this business, and it was a child care. She had a family child care at her home. And she was so excited about it that her excitement rolled over to him. And his excitement came home and rolled over to me. And what did I say? I'm not doing that. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I was like, I go to work at 5 a.m. I'm done by 2. Like, what? Like, you know, like I do really good at work. I'm working for the .com doing sales. I was like, I do great at work. I love my job. We were living in a 1-bedroom apartment at the time, he and I and our one daughter. And my daughter was a runner and she was a screamer. And we lived upstairs. So one day, the manager took it upon herself to stand downstairs and yell upstairs, "Stop screaming." I said, who's she talking to?
Exactly. Like, who? Right.
Who is she talking to? Because I know she's not yelling at the baby. Like, who's she talking to? So I jumped up. He was like, whoa, whoa. I said, no.
Yes.
I opened the door. Who are you talking to? Tell that baby to stop screaming. I said, oh, yeah, okay. So what happened is I started going to housing courses. Do you hear me?
Gotcha.
I said, yeah, no, this is not for me. I can't live in an apartment. I said, because that's not going to ever happen again. It will not. I said, no one will yell up to my child or to me and tell us to do anything. That was almost a real situation, you know.
Yeah, right. No,
She
yeah.
better be glad he was home. Because
Yeah, like what?
Exactly.
She was switch.
what? She too. What?
Right. Right.
Okay. So I took housing courses, Inglewood Housing, took classes, worked on my credit, got everything spick and span, went and took child development courses, went to the orientation for, I didn't even have a home. You see this? I didn't even have a home, but I knew I was getting one. So in the interim, I was getting one. I was pregnant with my second child, and I was at community care licensing, going through that orientation to open up a family child care home before I even had the home. Okay. And then we purchased the home, and I opened the facility. Let's see, we moved in April of, how old is my son? He was born in 22. Maybe in April of 22. By January of 23, I had a license, and I started doing child care in that home during that time. I opened up the facility, got everything together, did the necessary things I needed to do, and that was my real start, my real venture. My daughter was in a child care before I opened my facility, and I didn't have a great experience. Okay. So one thing that I knew for sure is that I wanted to be able to provide people a great experience, because as new moms, you know, we have all kind of angsts about leaving our children with people.
Oh,
You know,
sure.
coming from our community, we don't just leave our babies with people. You know, we don't have that kind of trust. Like, no, we don't just leave our babies. No, we are groomed to be protective. Like we don't just leave our babies anyway. So I'd gotten recommended to a child care, and I left my baby there. I enrolled her, and I think back then they were probably just the neighborhood house where everybody, you know, took their kids. And the baby kept catching a cold, and I kept saying, why does she keep catching a cold? And she would always like rub her feet together to kick her socks off, right? So one day I just pop up at the facility. I just pop up. And I go in, and the baby is laying in a playpen, and she's right in front of the window, and she has no socks on, nose running. Her little feet are freezing.
Oh my God.
And
It's
I'm
cold
saying,
going out through her little feet. Like,
so I get the baby, got all her little belongings. Where's her where her diapers? And her wipes? Oh, she still has enough. I said, I know. Let me have them. And I put everything in a bag. And me and my baby left, never to return.
Absolutely.
Never to return. Because we'd already been having this conversation about why she keep catching a cold. They in the kitchen cooking, they frying chicken, they got people coming in and out the house, family members and everybody. My baby in another room, in front of the window, no socks on, nose running. No. So
like, no.
So I had some reasons to go ahead and do what it is that I do now. You know, God will put you in some situations to guide you and direct you where he wants you to be, right?
Yes.
So even though I said no, God said yes. And then presented those situations that would make me change my mind. Now, with that being said, my grandmother was a care provider. My grandmother was in Linwood, and she was a care provider. So after I took the baby from the daycare, I enrolled her with my grandmother. And so she watched her for me, you know, during those early stages, early years before I moved into the home and got the facility. So then when I had the next baby, she says, listen, this is the last one I'm going to watch. I'm moving back to Memphis to take care of my mama. She said, so this is going to be it. And at that time, I really knew. I said, oh, I won't be going to another facility. You know, if you can't watch my children, then that's it for me, right? Then that's it for me. Then I'll be opening. And so I did. And I've been in the field 23 years now. 23 years now.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, yeah. And I come from a family of educators. My mom is in education. She has her master's degree. She works with children who have special needs.
Okay.
So, sometimes it's just in the
And then,
DNA, right?
yes, it
Yeah,
is.
sometimes it's in the DNA. So, yeah.
How did you come up with the name Toddler Town? I love that name.
Do
I
you?
really do.
Toddler Town. And, and I played with
So
it.
cute. Look at it.
And
It's
the kids
cute.
and I were going through names, and I was like, what about this? And what about this? And I like things like Toddler Town or um, Tiny Tots. I like it's going to be two T's, two C's, two,
Yes,
things
yes,
like that.
yes.
So I was like, I want to be able to build a whole thing around it. You know what I mean? Like, I need a name that I can make bigger.
Mhm.
And so I came up with Toddler Town, and I was like, yeah, because they're going to run the town. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, yeah, because they're going to run the town. I was like, I like that name. And so I came up with a whole concept. We really going to do it too. Like, we really in here we going to have town hall meetings. These kids, they going to learn. Y'all going to vote for your little class presidents because what do we need in our town? We're going to have everything we need in our town. We need grocery stores. We need banks. And I took that as a whole opportunity to do a whole lesson and a whole teaching. And by the time they matriculate, they'll have some understandings of how the town actually works, what things are needed to have a real town. You need your banking system. You need your food supply. You need your schools. You need your parks and recreations, like all of these things. And so I have those things set up in there.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I want to do it too. I really, really,
I already
yes.
see you doing
I'm
it.
so excited about
Because
that.
it's just a part of who you are, so I know that's what's going to happen.
Because I'm big on education. They in finances, they didn't teach us finances at school. They did not. We didn't know how to write a check. Our parents taught us, but we didn't learn that in school. We didn't learn how to write checks in school. We didn't learn about voting at school. We didn't learn how to lobby. A lot of us still don't know how to lobby. We didn't learn about a lot of those things. I tell people now, like, sometimes I wonder if I should have named it Toddler Town or if I should have named it after one of my children. And the reason why I say that is because others, our counterparts, their names are everywhere. J.P. Morgan Chase, Hilton, Wells Fargo, Berkshire. They're used to seeing their name on buildings and on properties, and we're not used to seeing our names on things. And I am a member of EYL, Earn Your Leisure University, and one thing they always say is turn your last name into an asset. We've got to turn our last names into assets. They say that all the time. But the conflict for me is always, I don't know what this last name means. Like, who's this? It's my last name and I have it. But there's no ancestral ties to it. It's somebody else's name. Most of our last names come from the people who gave them to us. You know what I mean? So sometimes we don't have that connection to that name, but our parents were able to name us what they thought we should be named, right? And so sometimes we default to using just our first names or our first and our middle names because those are the names that we were able to choose, right? Those are the names we were able to choose. So sometimes I wonder and I say, should I have named it Honors and Oceans? Because that's my girls, Honor and Ocean. Maybe I should have named it Honor and Ocean so they could see their name on something. I want us to have our names on stuff.
You could low, high, and medium key. Toddler Town Child Enrichment Center by, and your baby.
You say go ahead and do it, huh?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, their names are going to be on the checks.
Like
their names are going to be on the checks and the bank
this legacy is stamped there, right? But I get it. I get what you're saying. That's definitely important. But I also think my opinion is that you have to look at your audience, right? I'm sure you know this as an entrepreneur. You've got to look at your audience and say what will capture them, right? And
Yes.
you're dealing in a place with childcare. And I know when we were looking for places for our children back in the day, I looked for places that were vibrant with lots of color, that was exciting and inspiring, right?
Yes,
And I
yes.
think the analogy or the backstory you gave us about little toddlers having their town, right? That would draw me
Yeah.
there because the focus is on them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think all parents, well, not all parents, but a lot of parents will want their
that.
children to go someplace that are children centered, right? They're the
Children-centered.
focus is there,
Where the focus is there.
right?
And at Toddler Town, the focus is definitely on them. Definitely.
Lord, you gotta
Everything
sit
there
there
was
and stuff.
created for children ages 2 to 5. Every detail of it is created for children ages 2 to 5. I was blessed to have Jackie come
It's
and
so
tour the
cute.
facility.
That's what I'm telling you.
I was
Toddler
blessed to
Town.
have her come.
It's like you in Toontown.
That's
but then
wonderful.
you in Toddler Town. And you be in there, you're like, wow. It's a little city, like little, you like, it made me think that I was over, up with in Dixon again.
Oh,
You know what I mean? It just really takes you to, I told you about your Yaquitas. Just and she got every little thing. It's like a little adult little bathroom. They got their own little bathroom, but it's it's just they little bitty stalls for the babies, but they so cute. The little sinks, and they got their little sinks, and then they got their little stuff. It's so
Yeah, she was like,
nice.
"Are those toilets almost on the floor?" Yep, those are toddler toilets. Yeah. So there's 2 very small for my 2-year-olds, and then there's a step up size, but they're all toddler size for 2, 3, 4-year-old.
Because it's a toddler town.
Because it's a toddler town. The sinks are down here.
Exactly.
This is not for you. This is their bathroom.
Right. That
This
is
is their
so great.
bathroom. Yeah.
I love it.
So all of those things are there for them. They have their imaginary play areas. Each of the classrooms has their own kitchen and stove set in there, and they have their own blocks and Legos and science areas, and everything is child height. I mean, we have 5 different size tables in there, 5 different heights of chairs and tables, and people were like, "Did you have to do all that?" Maybe I didn't have to, but me being me, that's what my clients are going to get.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what Toddler Town is going to offer. That's
Right.
what
And
we're
then
going
they
to
have
have.
a room called Potty Town. Potty
Oh.
time.
Potty.
The bathroom is potty time, and then the cozy corner.
Yep.
That's a
Potty
separate.
time. How quick, like a real child
Exactly.
enrichment
Yes.
center,
Yes.
is assisting with potty training, So now you have a little town you're going to. You're going to potty time in Toddler Town. Did you get it?
I do get it.
Isn't that
and
awesome?
That's awesome.
I think
It is.
And they have special little times when they go.
When they go. Yeah. I mean, I think the learning that's critical. That is critical. And in your pre-interview, you talked a little bit, and I'd like for you to share for our community about why you opened up Toddler Town in the city of Compton. We here at the Poetry of Justice show, we celebrate good things that come out of our city.
Yes.
So I would love for you to share the inspiration as to why the location you've chosen and exactly where Toddler Town is.
Okay. Well, we are good things coming out of
That's
the city,
it.
right?
Yes.
We are good things coming out of the city. So, like I said before, in the pre-interview, I am first generation Sunny Cove. So I lived right around the corner, walking distance from where that center is open right now. And then I say I'm first generation Sunny Cove, but then I had somebody who was actually born there say, "No, I'm first generation." No, you weren't born there. I was born there. I'm first generation. I said, "Okay, I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna let you have it." So, but we moved when we moved there. I believe the building that I now occupy was just becoming a Nick's check cashing. And so I saw it new. I walked around that corner, passed by that building all the time. And here's the power of words, right? Even before we know words have power. So as a young teen, maybe 13, 14, I would pass by that building and I would say, one day I looked at it and I was like, I want a building like that. This was just a thought. I had no purpose for the building. but I was drawn to it for whatever reason, way back then at that age. And now we would pass by it all of the time. And since it sat right on the corner, you just couldn't miss it. It was just a landmark for me. Being in Sunny Cove, it was just a landmark for me because anytime I went north, it was right there on the corner. So what a blessing it is now.
Anytime you go.
What a blessing it is now that I actually have the keys to that very building. I have the keys to that very building, and I'm able to bless the same community that I've come from with everything in it. To be there for them. Like I said, my parents were working parents. Compton is a working class community.
Yes, it is.
And in order to have a working class community, you need to have support and partnership.
First class enrichment center.
Enrichment center, you need to have support and partnership. So I came back to partner with the people. It's one thing for us to pop our collars, like get up from the city, from the city, but it's another thing to pour something back into the city, right? To come back and do something great. Come back, what I say when my parents said, when you get to a place where you can do better, give back. So this is one of those situations. I came back for such a time as this, to give something back, to have something positive right there on that corner. Even for our city workers, like you shouldn't have to drive out of your community to get quality early child care. You should not. You shouldn't think like, oh, if I work in a different city, then I need to put my child over there because it's better. No, baby, best is right here. Best is right here at home. And I'm making sure of it. Best is right here. Now, I'm not saying I'm better than everybody else, but I'm saying that nobody else is me.
Right.
I have perfected being me. So if you hear and love what I have to offer, then you'll come to me.
Exactly.
The address to the facility is 740 West Compton Boulevard. It's right on the corner of Compton and Wilmington. You cannot miss it. And when you said you would be looking for something that relates to children, that looks kid friendly, something that's set apart. Well, honey, I have so many colors on the windows. You cannot miss it. Like you literally cannot miss it. I have had, shout out to Cheerio the artist. Let me give him his props. I've had Cheerio come and decorate my windows on the outside, and they are absolutely beautiful, if I must say so myself. Jackie, are they gorgeous?
Yes, I'm telling you. Dog. Yes, it's so adorable. It's like you in Toddler Town. I mean, you know what I mean? Like at the place. I know that what Dexter calls it, but at the end of the day, you're in there, like swimwear. It's like you're in there, and it feels so good. You know what I mean? It's such an experience because you're in there. It's through the windows, and you'll see. We're gonna ride by when we come home.
Yep, the painting on the outside has lots of kid-friendly characters, letters, alphabets, colors.
And you don't even know that you're where you are.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And then you get to go outside in the play area. Oh my gosh, it's so much stuff. It's just really, really, really nice.
I wanted it to be a place where kids want to go. You know, kids sometimes don't want to get dropped off. Let's say that. Sometimes they don't want to be dropped off. So the least we can do is make it kid friendly. You know, when I see the parents pass by and the kids will be in the back seat going, Mom, look. It attracts the attention of the children.
Exactly.
Yeah, Mom, look. And so I see them looking over, and they want to know what's in there. What is that? You know. So I want it to be a place that's inviting for the children, safe for the parents, because you know, as parents, we care about safety. Safety first before all things. I don't care if this baby don't learn how to spell a thing, but she better not come home all messed up. That's what she better not. She better, you know what I mean?
Right, for sure.
She better be
She better
safe
not be in front of the window without any socks on,
with her nose running, right? She better be completely intact the way I dropped her off when I pick her up. And so that's fine. She can learn encyclopedia, but what happened? You know what I mean?
Right. For sure.
So first off, safety. So I've done the necessary things, and I hope above and beyond to make it safe. We're double gated. Our playground there's a gate inside of the gate to make it safe. Our playground is on the back side of the building, away from the traffic. And our gates are open in the front, so we open the gate on Wilmington and the gate on Compton so that parents can pull in on Wilmington, pull out on Compton. We're going to do this one way, come on in and go on out for the convenience of the parents. We'll be standing out there ready and waiting to receive them.
So cool.
Yeah, and it's good. I'm excited about it. You know, we all know that, well, most of us know, especially of us that are paying attention to the early education field, how the child's brain develops in the early stages. Up until the child is 8, their brains are like sponges, and you know they're firing off. So when they're learning language at an early age, when they're learning social skills and emotional skills at an early age, that sets the foundation. It sets a foundation. And I always say, look for the quality. Look for the quality in the thing. And look for the person who is going to be innovative and the person who is staying up on what's next and what's new. You know, my first nursery school was at Luders Park. And I remember doing plays. I remember doing fingerprint painting. I remember singing songs. And all of those things are great memories. We want great memories for our children. We have to remember they are babies.
Yeah.
And the whole scope of things, I mean, from up to the age 5, that's just a drop in the bucket. Like, can they love their lives? Can they live their best lives between that age without us overstressing them? Without us being overly concerned about them being able to write a sentence at 3? Like, can they learn the foundation first? You know, learn the foundation first. Make it enjoyable first.
That's the key.
Give them the opportunity to fall in love with language, to fall in love with numbers, to fall in love with science and colors and all of these things. We cannot dull down the creativity. We need the creativity. I mean, we all got here. We passed through some stoplights, right?
Yes.
Now, the stoplights were created by somebody. That's a creative mind. Electricity and all, you know, automated cars. These are creative things. So we never want to dull down the creativity of a child. We want to see what gift is in that child and what gift is in that child and what gift is in that child. These are things that we can start to see and cultivate early on, before it gets so strenuous and strict where you have to do it this way. This is the way this is done, and this is the way you have to do it.
Or else.
Right? If you don't, your paper's coming back all red. You're going to get a bad letter, or you're going to get a bad number. And then you got these kids with all this stress and anxiety because of all of this pressure, right? We understand that all children don't learn the same, especially ours. The brain is going. It's moving fast. And so you have got to be flexible enough to say, this child learns this way, this child learns a different way. And you've got to be able to put together a program that's going to cater to 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of learning styles. And the gift of play is so awesome because you can learn everything right there without the, I say it's busy work. At 3, it's busy work, that table work. So table time is needed, but all of the other things are needed before you get to the table, because how many years are they going to have to sit at that table?
I know. But I think it's important, as you say, for foundation to work on those people skills. I think babies need to feel empowered and confident, and that comes through feeling comfortable, right? I also think it's a time for socialization. Lots of babies, they're the first ones, right? They don't have anybody at home that they're necessarily playing with, right? So they come to school to learn how to get along, how to negotiate, how to share toys, how to be present in that. And I think an environment that loves them and allows them to grow and flourish helps when they get to table time, right? Because they're confident in bringing their gift to the table,
Yes.
right? Instead
Yes.
of the strict, oh, you got to walk on this line and you got to do this and you got to do that. And, oh, you can't step outside. Because I agree with you, there's plenty of time for that. Now, that doesn't mean they just running around
Oh,
wild like
definitely
daddy
not. Yeah.
daycare. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely not.
But, but they're learning that there's a time as they go through your learning stations, right? That we're going to do this for this long in this station, and then we go to
Yes.
that station.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
think that sets up confidence,
It
which
does, and it
starts
provides a lot of
early.
structure.
Mhm.
They understand. They start to understand structure. They start to understand routine. They understand that we are going to do this for 15 minutes, and once we're done doing this for 15 minutes, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to move to this center. So first this, and then this. That's providing language, and that's letting them know, we're not gonna have a tantrum after Play-Doh. I've already said we're going to have 15 minutes here. Now you're going to get a sense of time, because kids don't have a sense of time. Parents saying, I'll be back later. That's just what that means. They don't know what time later is. They don't have a sense of time. Like, what's later? So what I do is I say, mommy has to go to work, right? And so first, mommy's going to get you dressed. You guys are going to get in the car. She's going to bring you to school. And when you get to school, you see Miss Chandra, right? Yes. Then we're going to come in. We're going to have breakfast. And after you're done breakfast, I'm going to give you some free time. Would you like to have free time? Yes. Okay, so during free time, you can do this, this, or this. So it's still guided, right? You can, during free time, you can do this, this, and this. But after free time, once it's 8 o'clock, we're going to do our next activity. And then who comes in last? They'll know the people in their classroom by then. Oh, Kevin comes in. Okay, so once Kevin gets here, guess what we're going to do? We're going to sit down and we're going to have circle time. During circle time, we're going to go over our days of the week, our colors, our shapes. We're going to look at the weather and see what the weather is going to be today, so we'll know what time we're going to go out for recess. All of this is language.
Yeah.
All of this
Absolutely.
helps them regulate their emotions because they know what to expect. That gives them a sense of security, a sense of safety, a sense of confidence. They know what to expect of their time and their day. And that's the foundation to learning, because a child cannot learn if they are hungry, if they are in fear, and if they're soiled, right? These are the three things that are going to disrupt that whole day. If they are hungry, if they are in fear, and if they are soiled. This is why I stress the potty training thing. Potty training is big for me. A lot of facilities may do it, may not emphasize it. I have a potty training contract because let's give them something to feel proud about. Potty training is something that's very necessary. Every child has to be potty trained. So I have to have all parents on board that this is something that we're going to do. It's going to raise their self-esteem. It's going to help you save some money, because I don't supply diapers.
Right.
I don't supply pull-ups. And to save you from having to spend that $25 a week or whatever it is, let's potty train. It's something that they can do. It's accomplishable, and it gives them a sense of pride, because now you've gone from diapers, now you have the pull-up on. Okay, well, the pull-up is, oh, you have on a big boy pull-up? Okay, let me see. Let's go to the bathroom. Now I need to show you how to put it down and pull it up. It's not the new diaper. It's not the new fancy diaper. This is for transition. We have to have transitional steps. You used to be in a diaper when you were a baby. Big boy now, yes. So now you have on a pull-up. And once you start going potty in this potty every time, then guess what? You get to wear big boy underwear. You want to wear big boy underwear? What? Give me some. I know you want to wear big boy underwear. And we're going to celebrate. You're going to get the whole certificate, the accomplishment award. It's going to be a big thing because we're proud of you that you can do that. And they get so excited. Miss Chandra, I went to the potty. I didn't have no accidents today. Like they like, I didn't have no accident. They're like, Mom, I didn't have no accident, huh? And she's like, no, you didn't. We have to give them these things to build them up. You know, we have to give them these things and give them this language. So there are a lot of things that we've forgotten because
Life.
things are old to us.
Yeah.
They're brand new to them. Everything is brand new to them.
That's true.
And we forget that as adults. Your grandchildren come along and then they remind you, oh, look at that plane. And you're like, okay, it's just a plane. You forget how you felt when you were 3, 4, 5 and you saw that plane. That plane was huge. You know, it was a big thing to them. So all of these things, I mean, I love it all. I love to see the transition of a child or 4 children in a room and they come in at the age of 2 and they're in the block area. Now, listen, when I say, God, give me the tenacity of a 2-year-old and the energy of a 2-year-old, because a 2-year-old run over you, through you, around you to get what they want. They have no fear, no boundaries. If they want something, it's on, because they don't care who they knock over to get it. Like they have no sense of boundaries.
That's Papa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You can give 4 children blocks. Okay, let's just say you give them all 15 blocks. Well, Keon is going to be the next Wall Street Trapper. Shout out to Wall Street Trapper. He's going to be the next Wall Street Trapper. He doesn't want the 15 blocks. He's going to turn his 15 into 45. Okay, he's going to be the money man. So he's got to make a tower, and his 15 blocks are not enough. So guess what? Stacy right here. I'm about to get her for her blocks. And I'm gonna grab her blocks, and now she doesn't have the language to say no. Don't take my blocks. So she mad. She doing one of these, right? And then Asia is on the left of him, and he gets ready to take Asia's block. But see, Asia has 2 older brothers at home, so she's not having it. She get the elbow on. She like, no, you get out the paint. This is mine over here. I'm protecting this. So now he's looking like, well, I'm taking somebody's. So he goes over there. He takes Kevin's blocks, and Kevin falls out, kicking and screaming and hollering. Right. So here's the learning opportunity. Keon, what were you supposed to do if you wanted more blocks? You need to ask Kevin if you can have some of his blocks. Tell Kevin, can I have 2 blocks? Right? Kevin, no screaming. Let's sit up. What happened? What's the matter? He took my blocks. I said, okay, are you upset? Are you angry? Did that make you sad? I'm sad. Tell Keon that when he took your blocks, that made him sad. That made you sad. You don't like it. So now this is where the social skills come in, right? This is where we learn social skills. So by the time they get into the 3-year-old classroom and the 4-year-old classroom, and Keon does that same move, Stephanie is already like, no, these are mine. Don't take my blocks. And now Asia real smart. Asia is very intelligent. She's the next CEO of multiple businesses. And she says, Keon, you always ask me for my blocks. I'm going to give you 3, but you need to ask Kevin if you can have 2 of his, because I'm only going to give you 3 of my blocks, and then I want them back. Because you see the language? She has developed from, I'm giving you the elbow, to, I'm going to give you 3 blocks. But then you need to ask Kevin for his blocks. He never uses them all anyway.
Exactly. Like,
You know?
I like my blocks.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm going to give you 3. And so now Keon knows, Kevin, can I have 3 of your blocks? Yeah, you can have 3 of mine. And this is the thing, it's going smooth now. Everybody has developed some language. Everybody has learned to self-regulate their emotions.
Numbers.
Through numbers.
Even using how many blocks you're going to be sharing, right?
These are the things that make my heart happy, seeing that type of progression. You know?
Right.
Because we need that in business.
We
Yeah, I'm
really
looking for
do.
some partnerships now. Come and collaborate with me.
So tell
Let's
us about
build
that.
something great.
Tell us about that.
Well,
When you say, come fly with me. Remember that? No, really.
let's see. So we know early education is necessary. Yes, we've said that. Parents have to go to work for one. So they need a quality place to put their children. Okay. So we've established that. I have come there for the community to partner with parents so that they have a safe, quality place to provide care and education and nurturing and safety and enrichment for their children. As a community, centers like mine are very, very valuable because we want to be able to give back. So we want to be able to not just give back to the children and not just give back to the parents. We want to be able to give back to the community at large. And that means hosting events, my space is right there. If the community is having something and the space is needed, the space is there for the outreach and for the support. I remember watching New Jack City. Nino pulled up with that truck of turkeys. You know what I mean? Why aren't we doing that?
Really? No.
I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to back up the truck.
I'm gonna be Pookie.
I want to be. Don't be Pookie. Don't be Pookie.
Don't be Pookie.
No, don't
I
be
was
Pookie.
prom queen.
Don't
be.
Don't be Pookie. Yeah. I want to be able to back up the truck. It's Thanksgiving. Where are the turkeys? I remember turkey giveaways. I want to be able to do that type of thing. I want to be able to collaborate with the city. The workers at the city, I'm 3 minutes away from there. Why not partner? Why not partner? LAUSD, Compton Unified, a lot of the school districts after COVID, a lot of the children just vanished some kind of way. The numbers were never the same before COVID as they were after COVID. So what has happened is they have lowered the age limit for children. So now I'm passing by and I'm seeing now enrolling ages 2 to 4 on public school grounds. On public school grounds, big campuses. And what I would say is support your early enrichment centers.
Yeah.
Support the ones who have made it their mission to make sure that everything at the facility is for you. To make sure that everything at the facility is for the children. Sometimes we got to look at things twice. We have to wonder why. Because I was only seeing this in our areas. I wasn't seeing this in other areas. Okay. So then I'm always going to question it. Like, what?
Like, why?
Why are they putting babies on the... how is that working? So I ended up in Sacramento 3 times this year. I've met with the congressman. I've met with assembly members. I've sat in budget meetings. And when I say, I listened to all of the talk and I listened to all of the reason whys. They had a lot of data. And at the end of it all I concluded was a transference of wealth. And when I say it would be massive, it would be massive. Because I'm going to guesstimate in the city of Compton alone, there's at least 40 to 60 early child development centers, privately owned. Okay. And as far as family child care centers, I'm going to guesstimate there's another 40 to 60. Okay. So what happens when the community does not support these businesses?
It's daunting.
What happens when people who have been in this industry of early education for 20, 30, 40 years, and then all of a sudden they're no longer able to provide that need? What happens to those leases on those buildings? Do we need any more abandoned buildings in the city?
No.
We do not. We don't need
We're just
another.
getting new stuff now.
We don't need another empty building
Anything. You're right.
in the city, okay?
Or abandoned lot.
Or abandoned lots. We don't need it. Nor do we need those 120 people to not be able to pay their mortgage or support their families. You know, it goes deep. I'm a part of the union, Local 99, and there are thousands of childcare providers. And I'm thinking 10,000 family childcare providers and another 10,000 of centers. And so I'm saying to the people, while you have a choice, use it. Use it, because we know how things go. The funding will get shifted. You will no longer have the option to choose.
Right.
So while you have someone like myself that is here for you, just for you, came back just for you, utilize it. Utilize it. Don't let it fall to the wayside. Don't get okey doked. Do not. I ain't gonna go too deep into it, but don't fall for the smoke and mirrors. Okay, take the time to do what's best for your child. Don't be lazy about it. Don't say, I'm gonna drop my 2-year off at this public school campus because my 8-year-old is here.
See,
Don't do that.
Right.
Don't do that.
That's the trap.
That's the trap. Be very informed. If we think that it's hard for a 2-year-old to transition into a child enrichment center, then how much harder is it for you to take them to the child care in the morning, have the child care drop them off at school, and then they're there in that classroom for 2 to 4 hours, and then they have to transfer over again into an after school program because the early child development center is half a day. And now you're going to transfer your 2-year-old over again. So now you want your child not to transition from home into an environment equipped for them, but you want them to make 3 transfers in a day. You want them to have to form a relationship in 3 different areas with 3 different people in 3 different classrooms. It's a lot. I mean, just really think about it. Just really, really think about it. It's a lot. It's a lot. So when I say, don't be informed, you know, make the decision that's best for the child. Yes, you want it to be a good decision for you. You want it to be convenient for you. Sometimes as parents, we got to sacrifice a little bit, right? We have to sacrifice a little bit to make sure that we're doing the best thing for the child. And I'm biased, yes. But for me, the best thing for the child is the best thing for the child, right? Toddler Town Enrichment Center, best thing for the child. It's created just for the child. Don't get fooled. It's bigger than that, you know. It's bigger than that, and it's bigger than Toddler Town. It's a whole community thing. The providers in that city need to be there. We've always been the backbone of the working community. We have always been the backbone. We took classes and we went to school just for this. We have experience just for this. Now they open it on the school's campuses, and I sat there in the meeting and listened to was it Universal Pre-K or whatever their program is. And what did they say? We need the funding from that budget. Because a lot of our parents in our community, you guys qualify for Crystal Stairs. You qualify for Drew. You qualify for these subsidy programs. Don't throw it away, because one day it won't be there. They already cut 80,000 slots last year. 80,000 slots, okay?
Holy God.
So if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah, that's true.
And when it's all gone, you look back and you say, I wish I would have. And so while I have a microphone, while I have the microphone, do what's best for your child. If you qualify for the subsidy, get the subsidy. If you qualify for Crystal Stairs, kick your feet up under that desk or get on that phone or do whatever you have to do to get the subsidy. If you qualify for Drew, get it, and then take your child to the place that's best for your child. Okay?
I love
That's what I say
your
on that.
passion. That's
Yeah.
just amazing. Your passion and your drive, and it's contagious too. It's just like I feel like how can I do? What can we do?
Right.
You know, yes. I'm just so glad that you're here, and we'll do some creative work together.
We
You
will.
know what I mean?
Yes.
Definitely. Just I'm gonna shut up. I always talk. I'm gonna give you a
No, I
chance.
just was gonna say in our last minutes together, what if I am so excited? I've heard about Toddler Town, and I want to get my baby enrolled.
Oh, well,
What's
come
the
on
process,
down.
sir?
Come on down. Pick up the phone. The phone number is
Yeah.
310-627-9003. Book a tour.
Mhm.
And don't wait because the spaces are filling up.
Mhm.
Praise God.
Yeah,
Spaces are
right.
filling up. I'm looking for parents who want the best for their children. So 310-627-9003. The address is 740 West Compton Boulevard. And the website, toddlertowncec.com. toddlertowncec.com. Come see us. Come check us out. Give us a call. Come do a tour.
Absolutely.
And utilize your options.
Yeah.
Utilize your
And
options.
just keep the word alive. Let
And
everybody know Toddler Town.
Toddler
in
Town.
town. Toddler Town is in
Toddler
Compton.
Town.
Compton in the house. You know, I love to say
Yes,
Compton
yes.
in the house.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes. Compton's
That's
in the house.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Sissy.
No, I think that's so exciting. So exciting. I just have a couple questions
Okay.
really quick. So I know sometimes parents are concerned about the classroom size.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you've talked about different classrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, what's the average size of a classroom?
12 children.
12 children.
Mm-hmm. 12 children in a classroom. And that usually will consist, for sure, depending on the age, of one teacher. Toddlers, our 2-year-olds, we usually have one teacher and one aide because
Mhm.
they're a little
Oh,
they're
yeah.
they're a little busier. They're a little busier. So we
Right.
usually have one teacher and one aide. So the classroom sizes are going to be 2 ratio. And so you'll have one master teacher in those classes, and you'll have a aide, maybe that floats around from both toddler classes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. And people always ask, what are the hours when they call? And I say, hey, what hours do you need?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean that when I say that. What
Mhm.
hours do you need? Now, we try to do our best to accommodate all of the hours. We are for sure open 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. However, in this climate, I understand that, inflation is a monster, and there is a great shift happening right now in the economy. And so, the COVID money that we think they gave us, they have to pull that back out. They have to pull that back out now, right? So this is the reason why inflation is here. Everything is so high. Interest rates are high. Our dollar is now like 50 cents. You hear me? The dollar store ain't even a dollar store no more. You hear me? And then it went to $1.25. Now it's $1.50. So my dollar
Ain't
don't
even a
stretch
dollar,
like it
right.
used to. My dollar cannot buy me what it bought me pre-COVID. So with that being said, our parents are having to work longer hours. They're having to pick up shifts that nobody else wants to pick up. They're having to go in on Saturdays. And what I say to my community is this: I'm your girl. I got you. If I have enough clients who say, Miss Chandra, we got to work on Saturday. Like, what we're gonna be open on Saturday.
Right.
We're gonna be open on Saturday.
Right.
I mean,
That's
why
it.
not?
That is
Right.
truly a commitment to the community.
I'm an
Yes.
employer. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
I want to employ people in the city.
See.
Qualified teachers, yeah. You got to be qualified. You got to be qualified.
Yes.
Got to have those early education units,
Yes.
y'all. Now, don't just come over here talking about, can I? I would love to, but you got to have those early education units. So make sure you have your units when you call me for employment. But they need a job on Saturday too.
Yeah.
Because guess what? If you have to work on Saturday and you need a place for your children to go on Saturday, and they need jobs on Saturday,
Yes.
they would love to get paid on Saturday.
That's it.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
No,
Miss Chandra, have you enjoyed your time with us
I
today?
have. Y'all are lovely. And y'all made it so easy for me. Y'all made it so easy for me. I didn't have to do all that
Absolutely.
stress, and I was
See.
doing great. I think I got some gray hair last night. I did. I woke up this morning and I was like, ooh.
No.
I went in this thing looking like Obama, came out looking like Obama too. You know how
No.
he went in with black hair and came out with
Came
gray
out
hair.
with gray
Yeah.
No.
Still fine, but
That
went
part,
in with
all of that part right there.
Yeah, so I appreciate you guys making it so
Mhm.
easy for me. Yeah.
You're welcome, beautiful. Do you think you'll come back and hang out with us
Oh, for
again?
sure.
Okay,
For
cool.
sure.
We
For
would
sure.
love that.
She's that future collab.
Absolutely.
I'm
Definitely.
excited.
Mhm.
We got to get some turkeys.
I know.
Back up the truck.
I know.
Christmas toys
I
too.
know. I
And
know.
listen, Christmas toys too. If you guys are looking for a place to donate to, Toddler Town
Okay.
is the place.
There you go.
If you
Tell
need to
'em.
donate, if you need some giveaways, you have some grants, you need your write-offs, we are here for all of it. Bring it to the
I love
community.
it.
Let us distribute it. Let us
Amen.
get it out to the people.
Right.
Amen.
Yeah.
Great.
All right, guys.
Well, we have enjoyed you. Thank you so much for joining us. You guys go check out Toddler Town.
Go
It's-
check out.
I'm going to
Toddler
go check it
Town.
out,
You check
definitely.
it out.
Thank you so much, Chandra.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you. Thank you. Thank you.